Welcome back for another Wednesday episode, and today we're going to talk about some intercooler modifications. Nothing really beneficial, but some cool mods. So first thing you see on any aftermarket turbo car pulling up behind you is the intercooler. And brand new out of the box, when they're nice and shiny, they look good. But this one has seen some abuse. You can see it's kind of dingy, and this is the backside. This is a used intercooler that Dylan got with his turbo kit, and we decided to freshen it up a little bit. Many years ago I was watching Mighty Car Mods, and they proved that a black intercooler, even just painting one black, has better cooling properties than a regular intercooler. So we painted it black, as you can see here, and to top that off, we added the logo on top of it. So I'm going to run you guys through how to do this, not just with our logo, you can do it with any logo. It's just 3 different types of paint, 2 stencils, and some patience. So I think this is going to look sweet in the grill of his Miata. We're going to do it to the K Miata as well when that gets its intercooler. So this was the test side for me to prove that I could do it, and now that I know I can, I'm going to show you guys how to do it on this side. The first things you're going to want to grab are something to paint on. You don't want to just paint this on your floor, you'll make a mess. And whatever your base layer is, in this case it's going to be black. If you've ever painted an Easter egg, you know the base color, the color that's the most goes on first. So in this case, that's going to be black. We're going to just spray the whole intercooler. I'm going to put gloves on the outputs and inputs so that nothing gets full of paint on the inside. And then we're going to let that dry. So let's cut to painting this black. Forgot to mention, once you paint it with any paint layer, in this case it's the black, the silver, or the red, make sure you let it fully dry. I made the mistake on the other side of putting the stencil on too soon, and I will cover that in a second. There's tape on the back side, and it did peel up a little bit of the paint here and there, so I will cover a touch-up method at the end because I'm likely going to have to do it again. But if you let it dry, your touch-up should be minimal. So let it dry. Probably 10-15 minutes, I guess. Mine's in the sun, so that's probably accurate. If it's inside, you'll need longer than that. But I just hit one coat pretty heavy, and that was more than enough on the other side, so I'm not going to do 2-3 coats and clear coat it when it's an intercooler. It's going to get rock chipped, so one heavy coat for each, and that should do the trick. So we'll get to the stenciling next. These are the stencils I used. This is the second coat, so this is the silver portion of the N, or the white portion, or whatever logo you're looking at. It's the second biggest color. So this is next, and this is going to be obviously the red portion of the N, which is just the swoop in the middle there. So I'm going to use this one as an example. So this was cut out on my wife's Cricut. It's actually a really cool little machine. Most people don't have one, I don't think. Maybe they do, but you can definitely cut this out with scissors. Just print out the logo you want and then trace it, either scissors or an X-Acto knife. Trace it out, and as you can see, it's pretty floppy. So to combat that, I just took some painter's tape, and you can see the paint that it took off. Took some painter's tape and rolled it up and put it around the important areas, and then that sticks it down to the intercooler, and then you just spray straight down onto it so that it doesn't mist underneath. So this is going to be the next color once the black dries, and I will show you how to put that on. These are just towels on the side to cover the rest of the intercooler, because you will get overspray if you do not cover it, and the center section will look really crisp, and the outside you'll have this weird dust. So some little extra tape for peace of mind, and that's it.
One eternity later.
So the actual painting is done, and really the hard part when you're doing layers like this is getting everything to line up. So you can see kind of here, the red is in the wrong spot, and here there's some silver showing where there should just be black. If this was in the grill of a car and you were 10 feet away, you would never notice this stuff, but me having it in front of me right now, I want to fix it. There's no better time to do it than right now, so what I'm going to do is take one of those little brush sponges. Actually, I got one. One of these guys, and I've torn off both edges. One side I'm using for the black, one side I'm using for the silver, and the other I'm using to touch up the red. And all I did is I took some spray paint, sprayed it in the cap of the spray paint container, and just dip this in here, and you just carefully walk around the edge and like crispen up. So like right here there's some silver overspray. I'll go in with black and I'll just touch that up and make sure that this line for the red is perfectly flat, and the line for the silver and all the black lines are perfectly straight, and it'll look a whole lot better from up close, and from afar there's nothing to see at all, and should be perfect when it's on the car. So that's really a wrap. I mean, there's nothing more to it. I'm not going to install it because Dylan's car is not here, and we're not at that point of his build yet. That'll be sometime probably in the spring, late winter, when he can get over here. But these parts that aren't painted, the couplers are going to come, right up to the bevel here, so I'm not worried about that showing. And it wasn't worth accidentally getting paint on the inside, and who knows, it might not have caused an issue, but rather not find out. So all set, both sides are painted. As you can see, there were some issues that I did touch up with the paintbrush, but that's super simple and actually gives you really crisp lines. I mean, like, no matter how close I get this, it looks damn near perfect. So I'm proud of it. I'm gonna kind of put it up in the grill of my car just to see what it'll look like. If you like this kind of stuff, this was kind of a last minute decision, but if you like this kind of content, we got more coming for you. So hit the like button, subscribe, helps us out a ton. Leave some comments, more stuff you want to see. We got some more stuff coming your way. This car's here because I'm going to be painting his valve cover tomorrow with wrinkle black, so there will be an episode on how to do that. Also a really simple job, but also has really cool results, so that's probably next week actually. And then we got some stuff. This car's up in the air right now because I am working on the under trade test. So the next nice weather day we have, I think it's 2 days from now, I'll be able to get that out and do some on-street comparison. But yeah, got some stuff lined up for you, and then before you know it, it's going to be build season, and this is going to be mated with a turbo on both cars. So stick around. Thanks for the continued support. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next Wednesday.